My pledge is the compass of my journey.
Knowledge brings composure.
Hold your prejudice against munitions merchants. I'm known for being amiable.
Compass of my journey.
Oh shit, I was on mute the whole time?
The biting wind at the border
Wow.
tells me who I am today.
Mike is muted. I was talking about weekly reset. I was staying my whole spiel. Okay, Dragonheir Silent Gods, we've got weekly reset, a whole bunch of good rewards. If you're not playing Dragonheir, download it with a link down below. Jump on Steam, it's there as well, or on any of your mobile devices. Plus, we have a Dungeons & Dragons collaboration coming out, and we have a mid-anniversary event. So April the 30th to May the 10th, you'll be able to get legendary heroes from Starlight Dice then. Actually, you'll be able to get legendary heroes from these purple dice anytime after that. But we get 100 additional. So if you're a new player, it's a really good time to start playing right now for the mid-anniversary event in May and for these Starlight Dice to get legendaries starting on April the 30th. Yeah, OP Gamer, we've got the... Man, I was talking the whole time on mute. We've got the weekly reset. How'd you guys do? I was battling it out with Natarik. Is that how you say your name? Natarich, I think. Thanks so much, man. Appreciate that. Yeah, I was muted. I've been battling it out for first place, and I don't know if I got first place. Right here at Hard Training, I'm scared to look. The guy he always was 100 or so points behind me, and I could see him climbing. Always climbing. First place, second place, you know, I don't think it's that big of a deal. You don't want to spend a lot of money and resources trying to chase for first place, you know? If it happens, it happens. Let's see. Oh, I got first place. Let's go. I think the difference is 10,000 essence or solvent here. 5,000 essence is pretty good too. Plus we get another 1,500 and 2,500. Everybody gets that if you get 7,000 settlement points, which I think most people will always get 7,000 settlement points. But first place ranking, where did he wind up? Oh, look, he is 400 behind me. Man,
Along with justice comes bloodbath.
I got lucky, really, really lucky. And it doesn't update very well either. Like if you're doing this last minute and you're trying to see what kind of points you have and what points they have, yours seem to update pretty quickly, but their points don't really necessarily update fast. So it's really kind of hard to tell. I mean, the difference is 15,000. What do we got? 2,500 there? Or no, 1,500. It's not a crazy difference. Like I said, it's nothing to go out and break the bank over. You don't want to go into your battle pass, enhance your battle pass with a whole bunch of gems just to get some more bread to do that necessarily. Unless you're a whale. You could do it all the time if you're a whale, you know. You could have your whole complete day one of the battle pass, the new battle pass every month. You could spend gems and have that completed out and have more bread than everybody else to try to win these things. But who wants to do that, you know? Oh, I got 3. And we got some more solvent. Man, solvent is flying in. You know what I wish would fly in with the solvent? Is a whole bunch of essence to level up some artifacts. I'm all about this solvent. This solvent's awesome. It makes everybody stronger. It makes it better right here for our elemental affinity. I don't know what I should do. Maybe one into each of these? I'll go 2 into Necrosis and Lightning because I'm using Necrosis Lightning in Arena more often, I think. Maybe I'm going to switch that though to Fire and Radiance because there's been some really good Fire and Radiant teams I've seen, especially with Sonaro and Arena. Man, Sonaro and Arena, if it's like a 2v2 situation and he gets that block damage on somebody and then starts putting decreased attack on your last 2, it's pretty hard to win. When we do your pulls, you're going to get plenty. What's that? Oh, we're going to get a lot to essence when we do our pulls? Not really. It doesn't seem like it.
My pledge is
I've done a crazy amount of pulls this season. An insane amount. I don't know. We'll see, I guess. See what happens there. But I've done a lot of pulls. Far more pulls than obviously like a free-to-play. Way more than a free-to-play player would do. Even a low spender. I mean, a crazy amount more. Today's just a preparation phase. Okay, let's go check out the rest. Was that it? I think that's all we get from here, right? Ace Challenger is completed. All the other events are completed. I do want to go after Zephy, but Zephy's not coming up until the 28th? Yeah, right here. I want to go after Zephy here, and it's awesome that Sonarl's here. I don't want a Sonarl, but if I get an additional copy, I don't know if it's worth it to... 50% chance to dispel 1 debuff from the hero. I mean, it's pretty good when healing an ally with less than 50. His increases are pretty cool, and if I'm not using it, I can always get this back, right? We can always use these in our legendary heroes and get them back when we want them. So I guess I would maybe put it into him since I have 2 extra. And Whisk would be cool to get, but really all I want is Zephy. And I can go after Zephy later on, but it's the blessed banners. And with these blessing banners, you pick 3. And you have a chance to get one of those 3. I don't want a chance to get one of those 3s. I want a chance to get Zephy. So I'll pick Zephy here on the 28th. Actually, what we'll do, since this runs from the 28th to 5/7, we'll wait to see what the mid-season event is. And I might summon on this banner a little bit later. Maybe like on 5/6, right before it ends, and see what kind of mid-season event. Aren't we supposed to be having some kind of event to where we summon 4 gold dice, but it counts as a 5 pull? And how much do you guys want to bet you can only do it a few times, right? There's no way they're going to give us unlimited. Maybe they would give us unlimited for that, but that's supposed to be coming at the mid-season event. To where we do a 5 pull, but it only costs 4 gold dice. Yeah. What happened to my volume? No, we want to go to Arena right now. Let's get some rewards over there. Yeah, I don't know when that is, and I don't know how many we're going to be able to do. I don't know if it's like a weekend thing or an all-week thing. If so, I'd like to save my dice for that. I'd much rather do that with my dice than even go after Zephy. Zephy's cool. I want Zephy, but still, I feel like I'd get more of a return if I do 100 dice. It'd be great. It would be so good then. Oh yeah, good battle, my man. It doesn't update quickly, does it? You did a ton of goblins. Yeah, I was doing goblin as well. You don't think the bosses are... What's going on? This is second place right here, guys. Well, in first place a lot of times. Like every day first place. And then I would go to first place and we'd always be 200 to each other. Big lag times, right? Yeah. I can't tell. It kind of updates my score decently well. But your score, I can't tell where you're at. So I just had to go for it. I either had to not worry about it or go for it. And, you know, it's not that big of a difference. But when you're already that deep, you know what I'm saying? You just got to go for it. I really didn't want to. You know? And it's not going to matter. I mean, you know, we did well this week. I'm not going to do so well next week. Unless I go into my battle pass and I buy it out with gems, which I don't want to do. And I'm not going to do. I've got plenty of essence. Or solvent, actually. I don't have essence. I need essence to level our artifacts. But yeah, it needs to update faster. It really does. They're hitting low. I did a ton of goblins since I tried to change to 4 DPS on the Chief Challenge. Oh yeah, the Chief Challenge bosses are not hitting like they should be. Definitely 4 out of the 6. The shield guy's okay, and then this guy is probably the only one that's really... Is this the dragon? The dragon's the only one that's really hitting like normal Chief Challenges do. We can get 11 million on a pretty comparable free-to-play team on this guy. 11 million, just 11 million, right over that. And that's what we could do all the other seasons on Chief Challenges. Now, of course, that 11 million on this Chief Challenge, once we get into Otherworld exploration and we have all those buffs, we get 22 million. Same team. That's the way it's always been. But right now, for some reason, these bosses, like 4 of these bosses over here, these 3, and then this one, are not hitting like they should. Absolutely. Yeah, they're not. which is fine. Makes it pretty easy. Easy for low spenders and free to play, and then it lets the whales or people who are trying really hard to get the weekly rewards. So then you're trying to get as most damage as possible, right? You're not just trying to get 22 million. Now you're trying to get 100 million or 200 million on each of your teams and trying to compete for the weekly leaderboards for more rewards and more solvent and all that stuff. Which honestly, I think this kind of game should really run that way. I feel like that's how it should be. I feel like most encounters should be, you know, decently hard, not that difficult. Easy so free to play can get their 22 million at least. And then they should really have the emphasis on leaderboards and show people and where they're at and have multiple leaderboards. That way we can focus on that. It's not a focus on beating content then. It's a focus on trying to do well on all these different leaderboards so you can get some additional rewards. And that way you're making different teams, you're trying out different strategies. Who cares who's getting 22 million anymore? You don't care about that. What you care about is doing well on all the different leaderboards to get rewards. And that's what seasonal games are like, right? I mean, that's what it's all about. Yo, Midnight, what's up, man? Flurious in the house. Yeah, you changed the 4 DPS. Yeah, you can. You definitely can. Except for that dragon one, man. That dragon one is a doozy. On Ancient Battlefield 9 right now, I don't know why they changed the difficulty. I try to use a free-to-play team that I've used other seasons on Ancient Battlefield 9. And yeah, I'm getting my butt kicked too. I mean, I have a legendary team that I roll through it with. But that's a legendary team. Right? That has legendaries in it. I'm trying to go through there without... You know what I was thinking for Ancient Battlefield? And you know what I leveled up last night? I leveled up Catherine. Because now with the gear we have to give us 50% extra shields, 50% extra healing, can't we use Catherine as a free-to-play option along with Ardrith, if you got Ardrith last season, to then get some pretty big shields? Because any of her overheal, 50% of that overheal that she does, no staff required, 50% overheal on Catherine will go to shields. So if we have a chest piece that gives her a chance to get 50% additional healing and shielding, and we have Ardrith in there for 50% healing, we don't need a staff, right? We don't need Garius in the staff then. At least people who don't have the legendary artifact option. I think that's pretty cool. I need to test it out though. I need to test if her shields are going to be strong enough to save us in Ancient Battlefield. And she does give everybody a buff. So we'd have to do her ultimate right after the boss hits, which might be kind of hard to do. Because that initial hit when the boss slams the ground is usually pretty strong. It makes no sense to make Ancient Battlefield so much harder. It really doesn't. Hey, anybody doing these? Anybody want to do a rift? You have to be on my server. But I'll share... Oh, no, there's global one. I guess maybe you don't have to be on my team. Oh, somebody got in here fast, man. I'll do another one. I have 3, so if anybody wants to do these, no problem. I guess. It's time to battle. Oh, Phil Toe's in the house. Who's geared? She's geared.
Oh, interesting.
Is he geared? He's not geared, but he'll help them out, won't he?
Charge under the name of Dawn. Charge under the name of Dawn.
Go, go, go.
How interesting.
Go, go. Be ready. Come on, Phil Toe. Yo, Rifter, what's happening? No. Like I said, you got to do Catherine. Yeah, I already said that. You got to do Catherine's ultimate after he does his ultimate. Yeah, nobody said we're not beating it with Catherine. What I said was, oh, you must have come in late. You must have come in so late. Yeah, it's okay. Those won't kill you. We go in there with a lot of people who have battle skill buffs, and it's not a big deal. Not as much of a big deal. Does it hurt? Yeah, it hurts, but I want to see if we can do it. I think we can. I think it's an option. Yeah, you got to... Oh, you're just repeating what I said about doing it after his ultimate. Let's see if I got another rift. Sometimes you have, I think you have 2 in a row, right? Or if you guys are posting it, I'll go look in chat. We have to come over here to the journal. Yeah, it is a long fight. It can definitely be a longer fight. Yeah, we do have 2. We have 2 that pops up, and then there's supposed to be kind of, I guess, 1 later on in the week. Am I fast traveling? Am I already there? Okay, here we go. Jesus. I feel like I barely hit the button and somebody jumps in here. It is reset. Everybody's ready to do this. Who do I want to put it? Oh, you got... Okay.
The forest.
Is this guy geared? That guy's not geared? Oh, crap. I don't know who's geared. Why won't it let me bring in Snarl? Oh, he's already got Snarl in there. Oh, man. I don't know who else is geared in here. Karf looks like he's halfway geared. Oh, I missed having another hero. Man, they should give us some form. Oh, I put the wrong... I didn't put my legendary Amon in. I put this girl that's not doing any damage.
This is my domain.
Diantha or whatever her name is? Man. I hope we beat it. It's okay. If we have to replay it, we can replay it.
Of the forest.
Like no damage dealers here.
This is my domain.
The dragon? The lightning weak boss. Oh, you're talking about the one, the poison one. Stagamuffin. To make that team work, you just got to make sure that you have the person in the back corner have the highest attack. You can't have your melee have the highest attack. Is what we found out. Yeah, you were with us on stream, weren't you? It is kind of ridiculous, but you have to have the highest attack in that back corner. And then he'll hit your... He'll still hit that highest attack person we saw, right? But at least then his ultimate will hit the others. And I guess we could even make that highest attack person tankier. Because if we have roots will give them enough attack that then we can just kind of give them some tankier stuff. But it didn't seem that bad, right? I mean, I was using Sutha, Shaltar, and Nimbus. And Sutha, Shaltar, and Vanny will be fine. Vanny does just as much damage as Nimbus. And I don't even have... Well, I didn't prior. Last week, I didn't have any additional hits into... my elemental affinity. Now I do. Now I've got a little additional damage. Yo, revamp in the house. Yeah, game still heal, man. What game are you playing? I was playing this corny little idle game last night because Halp wanted me to try it out with everybody else called Inarl. And now they're trying to get me to play this game called Light of Stars. Some hero collector called Light of Stars, which has gear farming in it. Which isn't necessarily a... Oh, is this the one that's a tower defense? No, if it's a tower defense, I would just play Watcher of Realms. This is more of a anime tower defense. And Gnarl's a idle game, which I'm not big on idle games, so I just played it for a few hours last night when I should have been sleeping. I really needed to sleep. Instead, I stayed up and played that. They keep telling me about these different new games that are released that day, but they tell me at like midnight my time, so I download it, I look at it for a minute, and I play it for fun, and then I wind up, you know, only getting 6 hours of sleep instead of 7 or 8.
Sparkle and shine.
Time to test the power of the
Yeah, did you see, Rifter, are you in the, what's it called? What's the rich people's, rich people, what's the high rollers channel? You know how they have that high roller chat channel? They've already reported it. And they said they're going to do something about it. They actually,
This is my domain.
in my Discord, who is it? Who is it that I've been talking to about this? Is it the Shadow one?
time to test the power of these new weapons.
Yeah, it's the Shadow boss, right? They didn't give an ETA, but they did write back and they said that they're going to make the change. First, they said they were going to look into it. Once they looked into it, they saw that Vanny, Nimbus, and even Tharvel, the other legendary, all at ranged in that back slot does not move forward. Avelius, when he does his battle skill, moves forward. The only hero that moves forward, that has a short range battle skill to where he needs to move forward. He's the only one. Avelius. He's not a real legendary. Kieran. Kieran. I think that's how you say his name. Kieran over here in my Discord is in the High Rollers thing, and we've been talking about this for a while over here. So if you look at my Discord for Poison, Chaos, Shadow, there's a lot of chat back and forth between me and him. And stuff I tried out because he was asking about it with Avelius. So I went on the live server and was trying things out that day. You know when you were with us the other day when we were trying this boss out. And we finally got it to work. But he showed me a chat with the High Rollers community manager for them. The first chat was just letting them know about it, and then later on we got a chat stating that the development team will optimize this in the future. Thank you for your positive feedback. Have a nice day. You know, how hard would it be to program a guy that's, you know, you've got 3 other examples, rare, epic, and another legendary who don't move on their battle skill. And then you've got this one legendary who does. How hard is it to go look at the coding, see what the difference is, change that, and why would you even need to update? That should be something that you could just live update, right? Whatever happened to games live updating? We used to have that happen all the time. Small changes like that could be live updated usually. But if we do have to wait for an update, it shouldn't take long. I said if it takes longer than a month, then it's crap, you know? That's what I said in my... Because I'm not too... I'm like you, right? I'm not too enthusiastic that it'll happen right away. So I said that if it takes longer than a month, it's a whack. It shouldn't even take a month, honestly. And it's really easy for them to test. How easy is that for them to test on the test server? They just go to the test server like we would... Throw in that team, throw in the different heroes that they've already heard about, and they could easily see what happens. Within 30 minutes. Oh, I used to use this girl here? Oh, she's out. That lady's out. Let's go with a... This is a Venom team? Oh yeah, let's go with the Venom team. That looks good enough. I think we can heal off of this and protect each other. And do enough AoE damage, I'm hoping. Are we going to all AoE before the ads come out? Nope, we're good. This is kind of a gross boss, isn't it? Who has a low range on their battle skill? Well, I mean, if you have a basic attack range, and your basic attack does not move you, why would your battle skill move you? It doesn't even make sense. I need to move up. That just like, none of that makes sense. Your battle skill would be your normal attack range. It would be some short little range. Before you even make your coffee? Yeah. Right, and it should be standardized. If anything, legendaries should have a longer range. You know how some of those boards where we move up all the time? The legendary should not move at all. They should have a longer range is what should make them even stronger. Doesn't make sense for a legendary to have a shorter range than a rare and an epic. I'm sure it was just some kind of bug. Or not bug, just like a fat finger or something like that for its range. He's been around for a long time too. Maybe it's one of those older heroes and they went back and fixed a lot of heroes, but they forgot him. Possibly. Something like that, you know? You missed top 40? What? Could you bring in Vanny? Just level up Vanny, man. Vanny does a lot of damage. Just throw Vanny in that back corner. She won't move. Vanny, Nimbus, Tharvel, whatever else you got instead of him. I mean, I know he's super strong, but... sometimes you gotta do what you gotta do, you know? You know what? I don't know what team I'm using here, but I'm gonna use the same Venom team on this one too. just like that.
This is my domain.
Pull yourself together.
What is perfect for Shadow Challenge? Is that an artifact or a gear set? Midnight, what is that? I don't recognize that name. Oh man, all my
This is my domain.
all my candies are out.
Pull yourself together.
All my cough drop candies are out. Luckily, I've got backups. Look at this, vitamin C, baby. C3000 vitamin C drops. These are awesome in Japan. You always got to have backups, boys. It's not sugar based. It's more like a, I don't know. It tastes kind of sweet. How many calories are these for one? It's kind of dark in here. I can't see. I think it says
This is my domain.
Take heart.
9.8 calories. Is that each or for the whole bag?
Time to test the
Hmm.
powers.
Sparkle and shine.
I don't think 9.8 calories each. That's too much. I think it's 9.8 for the whole bag. If it's 9.8 each, I'm gonna have to look into this because that would be, you know, if I had 10, that'd be almost 100 calories. If I had 10 in a day. I don't think I normally take in 10 a day. Since he doesn't use an ultimate bar, it's perfect for him. Since Shadow doesn't use an ultimate bar, they reduce the ultimate recharge but increase your damage. Yeah, that's right. Increase your damage by 35%, but lowers your ultimate recharge. Yes, that is correct. For Shadow heroes, that is absolutely correct. You're talking about these gloves over, where are they? What are they called? The wearer deals 35% increased damage, receives 35% increased ultimate up effect granted by allies, but reduces. Now this does also lower the charge on your battle skill, though, I think. And battle skill is normal. Is that right? Do I have a shadow? I've got a shadow guy. I mean, we still recharge off of our skill haste off of our battle skill, though, for them. Absolutely, we do. Let's go over to... It's just straight timing. Battle skill is just straight timing. That could be true, too. You're right. Let's see. Where are they? Necrosis?
It's too late to ask.
She does her charge at 7 seconds. How can we tell? Can we look at the... We can look at the timing over here. So she should do her battle skill right now. Okay. That was kind of at 7 seconds. It was at 4:43. So that was at 4:43 when we look at the timer on that.
The nobles have trampled on my family since I was a child, and I'm the sole survivor.
Ultimate up effect granted by other allies, but reduces 50% decreased recharge speed. It should be a big difference in time. Like it will go off not at 4:53. Did it seem like it was? It seemed like it was the same, right? Her battle skill. See the clock? Oh no, the clock's right above my head, like immediately, right there. So now, I feel like it was a little bit slower, but not enough to make a difference. And it could just be my eyes. Hold on, let's take it off.
From time to time, I wonder, will Tenebria change?
It's the same. Yeah, it doesn't affect it.
An eye for an eye!
Ah, yeah. See if they go off at the same time. Hey, man, that's smart. I like that. Can we find one that has the exact same? She is at 7 seconds initial recharge. Does do any of these others? I'm sure there's got to be another one, right, that has a same recharge as her. No, we're looking for Shadow. There we go. Yeah, they're all at 7 seconds, pretty flat. We don't want to bring him in. Does she give... She's not giving Shadow right away, right? Gain 10 for each enemy hit. Okay, that's afterwards.
From time to time, I wonder, what kind of real change if I kill Presidium?
Okay, we've got the right gloves on. Let's see if she goes after him. Just look to the left of their number one. It could have been like right after him, but I don't think it's making a difference, right? Her icon did come up like a half a second after him, it seemed like. Let me put them closer together. She's gonna run up to this square. And we'll put him right here. Okay, to the left of their ones. No, same time. Same time. Yep. I'm looking for that little icon. You know, whenever they do their battle skill, you see the battle skill icon pop up. So these gloves are definitely awesome for them. I mean, 35% additional damage all the time with no repercussions from it. It's pretty disgusting. In an arena, these guys are... They get their ultimate so fast, and then they're doing 35% additional damage just off the get-go. Yeah. It's pretty awesome. Pretty sweet, fast arena damage, that's for sure. Okay, what else did we do? I think we've been knocking out most of these for all of our additional solvent, right? We're already back up to 32,000. Damn, man. That's what I'm talking about. Coming in quick. Okay, we can do one more. Let's go over here and look at our chat. Where's our chat? Everybody's jumping in these so quick. Hold on. I bet it'll come really fast. Full? Man, it just popped up. Somebody's just sitting here like clicking this space. And then when a new one pops up, it clicks it maybe. The hourglass wouldn't do anything. Right? See? I was just clicking that space. But I thought skill haste, well, no, skill haste still affects, right? Skill haste still affects your battle skill though, 100%. Hourglass wouldn't do nothing. Skill haste still affects your battle skill, 100%, because we were using skill haste gear and skill haste and anything to do with skill haste runes for Taldi so he could do his battle skill more often. Absolutely does affect it. What's going on? Oh, you're talking about different gloves. Oh shit, I didn't put in my team.
Accept your fate.
I didn't, yeah, deploy. I didn't put in any hero at all. Will I get credit? I might have to do another battle because this might not give me any rewards. Whoops, whoopsie. But Midnight, yeah, I do that. I have those gloves on the one that I use, Dantha. The little fairy fae thing that flies around and gives 20% additional aura. I have her with Hourglass, and I have her with those gloves on. For additional attack with skill haste. I don't know if it does that much, but I'm getting a lot of additional attack. Yeah, I got rewards. I guess they're the same rewards. How far away am I? We're still 7,000 away. Actually, we've got a lot to pick up over here in the towers and Fae Meander, right? We can get another 40,000. Right there. So total that'd be 7,500 addition. That's all we need. We'll be at 40,000 with beating all these if we can. Yo, Shark Bait, what's happening? I think this is a good team. Oh yeah, we get a few from our Vortex rank reward if I go collect. Yeah, that's true. Man, weekly reset, we're really getting the solvent. But where's the essence to level up our artifacts? I feel like I haven't gotten a lot. I do need to go around to all the different shops though and buy the little 600 packs we have. But me buying like 2 600 packs, maybe like 2 400 packs isn't a lot. Don't we need 19,000 or so to level up a legendary? I guess I got quite a few from the weekly reset of the hard training. Always fun. It is fun because we get good rewards, right? And this is good too. Okay, I might be able to level up another legendary artifact actually. Might have quite a bit from doing all this. How are these bosses? I don't think they haven't changed these bosses. Now luckily, they haven't changed the bosses in Pillar. They keep changing our normal dungeon boss like Ancient Battlefield to make it harder. But I don't think they mess around with anything when it comes to the Pillar or to Fey Meander. I think they keep that the same. Because it's already really hard for low spenders. Depending on what kind of heroes you have. Extremely hard. And we've got a couple heal blocks in fire, don't we? To help us here. If we needed it. I mean, Victor's heal blocking a little bit. It's enough with all of our damage currently.
My blade is ready.
I can't wait. Like one day if they ever let us, I'm serious. I don't know about you guys, but I like a challenge. I like a really good challenge. It's fun to blast through this stuff. Yeah, we have all these heroes. We have all these legendaries and gear. But I really want to play a brand new season on a brand new account. If they ever let us do that, I cannot wait. Because then it, you know, I'd be doing this with my main account, but I'd be going over there and I'd be really struggling with a brand new free-to-play account on a new season. And they've done a lot of stuff for the beginning experience. James, what's up, my man? Like the beginning experience, they've made it so we get Sigrid really quick with a chest. They have a 99-cent selector box right away, so we could play a 99-cent account. That's it. We only buy the epic selector box, and we have a blast struggling through all this. And you know we're not going to get a lot of essence to level up artifacts. We're not going to have a lot of artifacts. We're going to have the rare ones to start with. Maybe we'll get lucky and get an epic one throughout the season. It'll be a really cool, fun thing for me. So much fun. Because while this is okay, it's not really that fun. I just hit the button at 10 times speed and get rewards. You know? I want it to be a challenge with the PvE content. See, you only just placed under in the boss challenge? Which one? I see. I only just placed under you in the boss challenge. Oh, you're talking about for total score? On the boss challenge? I already did 40 summons. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, I already did 40 summons for the boss challenge. I wasn't really trying to get ranking or anything. I'll get the legendary no matter what happens. We need top 20 every week to get the legendary for free. And I don't think even if I tried hard I'd be able to get that top 20 every week. No way. Against all the, you know, there's at least 20 whales that could get top 20. But we did do some summons because I just wanted to summon. I didn't need to summon anywhere near that amount, but I wanted to do summons just for fun. You missed top 40, pleb. You missed top 40 because you're Avelius. But James, good job on that, man. You're still pretty much free to play, right? Just 99-cent selector box or something like that. Do you get the battle pass at all? Or maybe your battle pass only? I know I hate everything. What's the difference between top 40 and top 50 that you got? Is top 40 like one more ice ore? Just $1, that's it? No battle pass? Really? Okay, that's interesting. I'm curious to know, can you show me a screenshot of all the artifacts you have leveled? Like, just give me a screenshot of all your artifacts on my Discord or somewhere. Or send it to me Twitch, somewhere like that. I want to see how many you have leveled up. And where they are. Because I feel like... Get you to top 10. Oreos, what's happening? Every week to get her for free, not top 20. Oh, you only need to place top 40. It's one more of the currency. Top 40 will get you 5. Don't we get 180 free and you need 20 more? Oh, it's... Yeah, it's 4. Yeah, that's right. So top 40 will get you 5. Okay. Nice. Well, I could have tried for top 40. Probably I'd be in the same boat as you, though. I probably wouldn't have made it. But I could get top 50, maybe like you, and all you got to do is 5 summons? When do you get your first ice core? 5 summons or 10 summons? Gonna have to do 5 summons? Yeah, I should have done the 5 summons. Because I need to save to try to get Zephy here soon. Zephy's coming out on a banner on the 28th, but I'm kind of going to wait because I want to summon for Zephy, but if they have a mid-anniversary event and we do 5 summons, but it only costs 4 gold dice, I'd rather do that. I'd rather do that on whatever banner it is than go for Zephy. 5 summons for 4 gold dice? If they let me do that for, like 100 summons, I'd rather just take my chances. Although I do want Zephy. I do want an unkillable team with my Ogok, but it's okay. Maybe I'll get lucky with something else. This guy is not dying that fast. I'm going to have trouble with this dude in a few levels. We've only got to fight him 2 more times. Yeah, but that's really good, James, for $1 spent on your account. But you've always had luck with summons. Like, you've had amazing luck with summons. And that's what you need. You need amazing luck. I think you didn't start out, you don't have Mithracy, but I think if anybody summoned Mithracy in the beginning, and I want to see what re-rolling's like. We can only re-roll from April 30th to May 10th. So there's not a lot of time to re-roll. And you have to get to adventure rank level 3. I think to get to adventure rank level 3, that's like maybe the whole beginning area, and then you fight the Child of Chaos. And then we zone out into the regular world. And then we would immediately get 100 Starlight and then re-roll from there. What's going on with the free-to-play challenge? Which one? What kind of free-to-play challenge? Think we need to earn points for the 4 dice? Yeah, it might be some kind of gimmick thing. Like I said, I doubt they're going to let us just summon as many dice as we have. And it only counts as 4 for a 5 pool. For even like at 2 days. I doubt they're going to do that. They're probably going to do... It's probably going to be limited. Like, we'll be able to do two 5 pools and it only costs us 8 dice, right? I don't think they're going to allow us to keep doing it. Or to do it for like 2 days straight unlimited. Or 1 day straight unlimited. I don't think they're going to do that. $100. Sonaro can get you to 1. That's what I use. You get to 150 stacks with Sonaro easy. Because Sonaro will cover the person that's getting nuked. And I don't even do that anymore. I did that in the beginning. The beginning of the season, I would cover whoever was going to get nuked by the boss with Snarl. But now, with the Gatekeeper staff and as much shielding as I'm getting, I don't even do that. I just do full auto, and the shields cover whoever's being nuked. And I still make it to like 180 rounds. So Sonaro is basically an unkillable by himself. Yes. I did a video on that. He's just... You don't really need you don't need an unkillable team. You don't need Ogok and Zephy. Sonaro will do it. He's by himself an unkillable team. Absolutely. It's pretty ridiculous. It's awesome. It's really awesome. Not only that, when you have shields up with Sonaro, you have decreased attack up 100% of the time on the Vortex boss. So when you have shields up or your guys are taking damage, they're taking far less damage. For every hit from the Vortex boss, it's far less damage. It's too easy. See how far people can get? Oh, on a new account, you're saying? Yeah, but I want to do a new account on the newest season. I really don't care about going back and playing. We did it already. Like, we did it on stream a little bit. Again, you get the rare selector box really quickly now. You get a lot of cool rewards in the beginning. We were doing it to get Elminster is what we were doing. We were playing a brand new account to see if we could get Elminster as free to play, and it was looking like it was going to be really easy. We got Sigrid right away from that selector box. I think we picked up maybe Adri somewhere. Having Adri and Sigrid makes everything simple. Then we got we didn't do the 99-cent selector box. We didn't spend any money. And we were doing everything we needed to do daily to get Elminster. It was free to play. And it was a cool, nice experience because it's very different than how we first started playing. You do get a lot more rewards. But I don't want to do that again. It's too much talking. Like, you got to go around town and talk to everybody, and you got to do the little quests. It's a bunch of BS that I've done 20 times already. More than that, probably. What I want to do is fight. Whoa, we got our ass beat. What I want to do is play a brand new account on the brand new season. I don't think this guy is geared. He is geared. He's geared too? Everybody's kind of geared. If she's got an epic chest piece, that shouldn't be happening. Let's see if we've got... I don't even know what this team is for. This team might be for... Vikuk is here. It's not... This team is not for the Chief Challenge. That's not going to give us enough healing. I think that's this team. No? No. Oh, this is for the Frost boss. That one is. Yeah. All right. This is a pillar team right here. This will probably have the most updated gear, maybe. I think I was trying this team out. This is the team I was trying on Ancient Battlefield. Right now to see if we could beat Ancient Battlefield with epics and rares. And this is powerful. Like, we used to beat Ancient Battlefield with Furbath and Varesh. And I was just using him in the back to get a little bit more heals with a high resistance. And it wasn't like this whole team was falling apart and dying too fast to Ancient Battlefield. For the anniversary event thing? Yeah, they are. Twitch drop. I don't know about Twitch drops. I hope they do. They said that Twitch drops are harder to do, so they haven't been doing them. Okay, so this team looks like it's kind of... Let me have our Panther. Let's have Guinevere tank. If we're taking too much damage in the beginning, I'll just see if Guinevere can take it out. Why is this team so hard to beat? Damn. Felosia? I don't think they had the best gear, though. This is a while ago before we had a good amount of legendary gear. So I'm pretty sure they're not rocking some sweet stuff. Oh, they're getting beat down by this team. All right, redeploy. Let's see. I can't believe we're getting beat. Okay, what am I going to use? We've got some gear sets saved. Ice and poison. Ice and poison. Okay. We've got Furbath. Obviously, we could use him, but he's not going to protect everybody. Is this everybody I have for ice and poison? Oh, we can only use what I have leveled as well, right? Okay. Right. I think this team's fine. We just need to... He's got flat attack. He doesn't have the good... Okay, that's a problem with Varesh. I'm sure we have an enlightenment pack for...
You're not ready to die. No problemo. No problemo.
He's in this enlightenment support. Let's see what we've got. That's not really enlightenment support. Let's go with some additional healing. I think we have an enlightenment for healing in here somewhere. No, we didn't get lucky enough to do that. HP, that's it. We've got attack, HP. What are these other ones? Flat defense, resistance, accuracy. Okay, maybe we go with the accuracy one. Is there another accuracy? Let's see. Sure. Let's try that out. Do I have any coin? I got a little bit of coin. Yeah, we should have an epic selector box soon. How do you keep your tank alive? Mine dies at 120 stacks. From the lightning bolt? What day are you on? I keep my tank alive with Sonaro. What do you mean? You block damage with Sonaro and your tank will survive to 150 stacks. You need to worry about keeping your other people alive if you're having some real issues, but yeah, your tank stays alive always because you have to manual. Unless you got some fat shields like I do, and then I just don't worry about it anymore. But I did. In the beginning of the season, I always made sure that before the boss did the lightning strike that I protected them with Sonaro to where they took no damage. Up to 150 stacks, and of course he hits through that. Oh, because shields. Right, I'm not worried about protecting anymore. I don't like to do manual. Right, none of us want to do manual, so I go with the attack lead, and I have it spaced out with timing like this. 24, 20, 29, 29, 29, 29. So we've got Witch's Remains on Ardrith. So this gives Ardrith like... 9.5 seconds to get Witch's Remains up. If Ardrith got Witch's Remains up on the first basic attack she does, then I'd still have 0.5 seconds to take advantage of it. If she gets it up later on other basic attacks, then, you know, I'm far enough away that she'll eventually do it. She will do it. There's no problem with her with Witch's Remains if you put your DPS far away. Then I've got Sonarl doing his shielding on whoever's low. It doesn't matter because it's full auto. But it's the heal and shields because he's got the Gatekeeper staff. Then I've got Asilia in here healing us after we get hit, removing the decreased defense, and then healing us when we get hit by the ultimate ability. So right when we get hit by that, she's still pulsating a whole bunch of heals to heal us back. So now I don't worry about placing that. I just have some fat shields. I used to, but then I got tired of doing it all the time, and I was like, wait, I gotta work this out a better way. So I get hit with a decreased defense. I don't remove it immediately, and I don't try to block it, because shields are coming up. So he's gonna do, Snarl's gonna do his move. We got big ass shields, they last for 10 seconds, but they're only gonna cover us for that move, and they're gonna cover us for this move. So even though we get decreased defense, we still got some like crazy fat shields, right? But I will take it off right here before we're hit. Right there before we're hit with that ultimate. But while we're hit with that ultimate, we're gaining back that life that we got hit with. And we're gaining back to cover this move too. Look. Asilia is still healing us, right? And then we go back to having massive shields from Sonaro. Look how thick that shield is. Then the shields are still there for this. We take decreased defense. Remove it for the ultimate. And keep pulse healing for this move and for this next attack.
This is my domain.
To keep us topped off. And now Sonarl's going to do his shields again. 5 seconds later. Well, 5 seconds from that, you know. 5 seconds ago is when he initiated it. So very easy to keep the whole team covered. So it's pretty nice. But your tank should not wipe out if you do manual. You just have to do Sonarl's move and move it over to your tank like I used to do. Sparkle and shine, baby. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not going to do anything with the Epic Selector box myself. I'm pretty sure I've got everything. I'm glad it's there. I wish it would have come sooner. I don't, you know, this whole delay, the whole announcement saying they're going to do the Epic Selector box and then delaying. How long's it been? Like 3 months? Yeah, we're going to give you guys. Okay, first they said no, they're not going to do the Epic Selector box. And then they said yes, they are, which is cool. And then they said it will be happening the next event. We had an event. It never came. So I don't know. Pretty wild. Hey, did you guys see my other new shoes I got in the other day? My wife's like, how many shoes do you need, man? I didn't know Japan had, like, Japan's very big into Converse. So I started looking at Japan's Converse website yesterday. They have some really cool ones. Some really unique looking Converse. I can't wait to shop there. And plus I told my wife they have a good size for her because she wears 22. I wear 29. Her foot is so small. But I said we could get matching pair of shoes there. So I'm pretty excited about that. GoPro. Green screen. Oh, here it is. So I got these in yesterday, but these were a steal. These were $50, guys. I've never had high tops before like this, but if you're wearing like skinny jeans or something like that, they'll look really good with them. And again, I'm not a big fan of Nike. I love Adidas and Converse way more than I like Nike. But if it's Nike like this that has a front like that, I'm all about it. The SB, the skateboard brands. I don't like the old school like Jordan kind of look, how they come in through there. I know you guys don't care about shoes, but I just want to show you. I just want to show you this new ones I got in yesterday. Triple support, rather. Yeah, I've got triple support in here because it works out well with my DPS. With my exclusive DPS. It's by no means crazy damage, that's for sure. Men wear skinny jeans on purpose? Yeah, man, the elastic kind of skinny jeans. And I'm with you. I am with you. I didn't wear skinny jeans until a couple years ago till my wife was like, she really likes the style. And I was like, because I'm over here in Japan, right? And I was like, really? Let me see what you have available for skinny jeans. These skinny jeans are elastic. They're not even made out of jean material. Some of them are really light. Some of them are a little bit heavier because they fit you like a wetsuit. So it can be too hot. So I don't like to wear them in the summertime. I do have some ones that are very thin, much thinner. But they're very, like you could grab the side of them and pull them out. You could wear them anywhere. They're so comfortable once you start wearing them. Yeah. Rex, what's happening, buddy? How many pair of shoes do I have? I don't know, like 40? 40 or so. But I'm looking at that Converse online website, and man, it's drawing me in. Need ballroom? Yeah, you do need a little ballroom on those skinny jeans sometimes, depending on what you get. I'm with you on that. Like I said, it took a little while to get used to, but once you wear them, they stretch so much. It's like wearing pajamas almost because they're so stretchy. It's crazy. Yeah, Diablo, I got a lot, I guess. It's growing. My collection is growing, especially since I hit up that website now and I saw so many I wanted to grab. It's gonna grow pretty quick. For every champion in game. Hell yeah, man. I have a few that I love to wear all the time, and then I've got a few that I only wear when we go out to places. You know, because I don't want to get them dirty. Like the ones I got yesterday, they're all white. You saw it right now, Diablo, right? You saw the all white ones? I'm actually wearing them right now. You don't wear shoes inside the house here in Japan, but these shoes haven't been worn outside, so I'm kind of like wearing them and breaking them in. You know what I'm saying? These are all white, so I'm not going to wear these anywhere because I don't want to get them stepped on and stuff. You saw the zebra ones? Oh, these are the ones I got yesterday. I just had them on screen. Yeah, the zebra ones I actually don't like because they have the, you know what I've realized? Like I said, I like Adidas and Converse the most. I have so many Adidas over here, it's crazy. I like the style of Adidas way more than I like Nike. Converse and Adidas are way cooler to me. And the reason is, I didn't realize this with Nike. You see this old school look of Nike right here? These are the ones I got, you know, like three or 4 days ago. These actually cost quite a bit of money too, actually. These cost a lot of money. I wish I could take them back and spend that same amount of money on some SB brand of Nikes. See this right here? This is like the old Jordan. And all Jordans and Air Ones and all sorts of Nikes like that have this frontal look. And I think it looks like an old man to me. I'm not like a big fan of that look. But all the like, see the front of something like that with Adidas? See how it's not like this kind of thing? And these Nike SBs, the skateboard brands, all have fronts that are different. They're not like this. Like none of them are like that. So I will never buy another pair of Nike that has this kind of front. I'll buy the SB brands of Nike that have some cool stuff like this. And then of course, you know, these, like if you go with the black ones like that, like these are really nice. And they're not expensive or anything. These are not expensive at all. But you see how the fronts are? The fronts are just normal. Or if they're the Converse ones, you know how Converse had the white covered fronts like this? Yeah, like the wider covered fronts. These are Converse slip-ons. You don't even have to have shoelaces. And then some of the Adidas also have like a little front cover too, but they're nothing like that old school Nike look. I'm just not down with that. I'm not down with this right here, but I gotta wear these shoes since I had them. These shoes cost $230, guys. I'm not lying. This shoe costs 230 bucks right here. I wish I could convert this 230 bucks into other shoes that didn't have that. And it's all due to that front. Like this shoe would be fine if it had the same kind of front. I've also put some different shoelaces on this shoe. I got these, like, what are they called? Gradulating color. So it goes from light color to dark color. From white to black. White, gray to black to the top. And then I've also got it to where I don't have to tie the lace. So the laces, like you don't see any tied laces. They're knotted off inside to where you can't see any kind of tie on them. I don't know. I gotta wear these. I'm gonna wear these. Believe me, I'm gonna wear them and see. Since I paid so much money for them, I've got to wear them now. A house is for my shoes, man. I would like a room for my shoes. That'd be cool. It'd be cool to do a room for your shoes. You know what I've been looking at? I've been looking at people who review shoes. The problem is it's difficult to get a hold of shoes. If I could get a hold of all the new ones that come out are fine, but like discontinued brands are very hard to get a hold of. And I'm not trying to really get a hold of discontinued brands. I don't care about spending $50, $30, $10 for a pair of shoes. I just care about what I like. I prefer to spend less, of course. You know, there's no reason for me to spend a lot of money on something like that. So that's why the Adidas are so nice. You know, like Adidas and Converse really aren't that expensive. You can pay $100 easily for some nice ones, but these older Nikes, like I could care less. But the new ones that come out, like the newer Nikes that come out, if there's something I like, or a newer Converse or newer ones, it'd be sweet to grab those and review them, I guess. I don't know. That's a whole nother channel, a whole nother like thing to do then. 60 million. How do we get more damage? Really, I'd just be putting them on with different outfits and showing people what they look like and talking about them. 60 million. Normally I get 53 million. We didn't do anything with my elemental affinity to increase damage for this or even to decrease damage. We didn't do a damage reduction. We did increase damage in the other elements. Nothing with fire. We've already had this maxed out. Ah, it is. It's the JR. You're right. It's the new effect. You're correct. What is the new effect? I didn't even look. Maybe I'll play into the new effect tomorrow if I have the ability. Wow. Ally attack speed is increased by 50%. I could try a Dauntless team. And basic attack damage 28. Man, a Dauntless team is going to destroy. Where is... I hope Arsalan plays his Dauntless team instead of that. Instead of that fire team he's always been playing lately. Look at Rook. All this is Rook. It's all Rook, 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 Rook. Everything here that you see this high is all Rook except for... Yeah, I hope he doesn't play this team, this Flora team. I hope he's going to play his Dauntless team. But man, like Rook is so broken. Yeah, it does. It's all about Dauntless, although it does pretty well with my team too. Each time an ally gains a buff, they gain 1 stack of healing over time. Oh, wow. I could take away 1 support now. As long as I had somebody that could remove that decreased defense. And we got enough buffs to get that heal over time. Pretty cool. But that just means everybody else is probably going to be doing a lot of damage. So my 60 million is not a big deal right now because server just reset. There we go. This is coming along nicely. Let's see what kind of... See if we can level up any kind of artifacts. No, look at this. Well, we haven't gone and bought anything from the shops. Okay, let me buy from the shops and see what we can do. It's still so pitiful. I feel like we don't get enough. So there is 300. I don't have enough to buy this 600. Here's 600. Or was that 400? Both of those were 400. Now I need to go battle it out so I can get 1,200 more. And that's it. Oh, that's right. We've got all the alliance. We've got plenty of currency for this. Okay, now what do we have? I mean, come on, at reset, we should be able to level up 1 legendary artifact. This is what I got from reset. 12,000. I think I got like 11,000. Maybe I already had 1,000. So if I wanted to level up something at reset, you saw how much of the elemental advantage we just leveled up so many. Now if I want to level up a legendary artifact to 18, I guess that's not too bad. Okay. We could do an epic though, right? Okay, we could level up an epic at reset. All right, all right. It's not terrible. I'm going to do the hourglass, finish that out. And I guess maybe, yeah, finish that one out. Okay. I guess I got a fair amount. I'm starting to get them all leveled up, I guess. But again, this is all because I've done a crap ton of summons. Way more summons than a free-to-play or even a pretty big spender is going to do. Way more summons. Is the reason why I can do all this. That's why I want to know what James...
It's like playing a musical instrument.
Oh, new weekly buff. Yeah, James, that's right. Rook just ignores the Vortex Pulse rules, right? So much damage. Yeah, he's not putting any effort in. But he didn't pull Rook, right? He's probably discouraged that he spent $10,000 trying to go after Rook and never got a Rook. I'm completely serious. I bet for someone who likes to be competitive, who wants to be in the top arena every time, because he always is. I saw him at like 2nd place here this week. For someone who pushes and plays the game to try to be up at the top, if he's going to spend $10,000, $20,000 and you can't get a rook off the exclusive banner, that's pretty discouraging. I mean, look at all the damage the rooks are doing. If he can't compete from something as simple as that, that's dumb. He said he wasn't what this season? He didn't get rook, right? I mean, I see him still playing because he got top arena. And then there I can see a score every day. Competing, he didn't even spin. Yeah, if he didn't get rook, then he wouldn't be competing anyways. I mean, he's still competing. Yeah, he's still competing here, but I don't think he's going to make... We'll see. We'll see if he's bored enough to make teams in Otherworld. If he just fights here... I mean, that's what I did last season. I mean, look, last season, I fought here like I'm doing right now. I just made whatever Vortex team, got whatever points. And then when it came time for Otherworld, whatever my rank is, what did it say my rank was right now? 58. That's only because it's the beginning of the day. Like, it says I'm 58 right now. So when we went into Otherworld last season, I did 2 days of Chief Challenges. I think I fought 6 bosses every day for 2 days. And then I did nothing else for the whole season. And then I fought the in-game boss, the one that's up for like 8 days or so. I fought him 1 day. And I still got 17th% place because there's just people there's just nobody, they keep falling out of the server, man. There's no competition because everybody keeps quitting. So then I come over here and I got 17%. I got these 20 scrolls, 5 and 6. I didn't get a mount, but I don't need one. That unicorn looks stupid. My fire mount looks way better. So I got 20 scrolls, and out of those 20 scrolls, I got 2 brand new legendaries. Just like anybody else up here has a high chance to get brand new legendaries, I got 2 brand new legendaries out of the scroll, and I didn't have to do anything. Just chill, man. Just relaxed. Just played the portions I enjoyed playing, and then just didn't even worry about the rest. Didn't have to stress myself at all. 5 days. Yeah, it could be 5, 6 days. It just depends on how active your server is. This season, though, I think it's going to be quick. All these rooks are going to destroy that boss. Rook doesn't just do a lot of damage on Vortex. He does a lot of damage everywhere. Rook is going to annihilate that in-game boss and make that boss go quick. Really quick. Where am I going to spend my... Do I need to do any gear runs right now? What I feel like is I need to level up some new heroes because we've got this week, we've got some new heroes we're going to need to level up for these bosses. Now, last week I did lightning damage. We didn't do the fire one. We did cold. And we did necrosis, right? I don't think we did the fire one. Yeah, we did necro, right? But I'm pretty sure I have a team for this. Well, we'll be able to know. Yeah, I did necro. I did... I don't think that's it. I did necro and something else, right? Necro, ice, and my dauntless team. So we did not do fire. But for fire, I'm going to need... Oh, I got Sonaro, man. What am I talking about? What am I talking about? This guy's like, I'm trying to think of a free-to-play option because on the test server, we used her. No, even on the live server, I used her. I used... What did this guy do? It was so easy to fight this boss. Oh, if we remove his buffs, he does less damage and doesn't cut through our stuff, right? That's all we needed to do was remove buffs or block him from getting buffs. Decreased attack all the time. Massive shields. I mean, what else do I need? I've got Karf leveled up. I've got this leveled up. I've got that leveled up. Okay, that's all I have leveled up, actually. I got this guy leveled up. Oh, he can remove buffs. Yeah, he can block buffs and remove buffs. Easy times. There we go. That's my team. Melee, 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 melee. 1 healer, but he's doing decreased attack all the time, so easy times. I'll have her do Witch's Remains. high damage with roots on our girl here, Tonal Nan. High damage for our boy here. We can even put the statue, Manicore statue. I don't know what we have it leveled up to.
Battling is like playing a musical instrument.
Okay, maybe we'll just put the eyeball on then. And that's it. I've got Karf leveled, but oh. No, we want some more wild procs. We could do Karf instead of her. He does 3 hits on ultimate, she does 3 hits on her ultimate.
Have a little fun.
I mean, again, we're not trying to compete. We're just trying to get 22 million, so easy. You don't have the hook? No, I don't have the hook artifact. And I don't have the resources to level the hook. What are you talking about? Even if I got the hook, which I could,
The glory of fire endures for
we could go pick it up. But how am I going to level it up? I got 3,000. 3,000 will get 1 legendary up to 11. Discord DMs? Oh, you sent me to me? Okay, here's what James, with 8k essence left. Oh, you have 8k essence. Well, I feel like you're doing pretty good. How do you have so much? And this is what's crazy to me. Here's what James has, guys. And he's free to play. Here's what's wild to me is you're free to play. How do you have so much leveled up? I feel like you have just as much as I have leveled up. And I had crazy amount carry over from last season. Probably because it's a legendary. That's why. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Now these aren't fully leveled. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. But it's far less resources to level up the epics. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 12. But he's got 8,000. He also has 8,000. Am I hoarding purple dice? Yeah. James has an ad right now. We'll wait for him to get done with his 20-minute ad. Yeah, I was saying that I could rank better. Java newbie, what's up, my man? I did. I said if I did better on, if we didn't do Necro and we did Fire instead, we would have done better. And now looking at my scenario with that team, we would have easily done better. I don't know if James is hoarding purple. We weren't trying to get more artifacts leveled for James. I was just curious what a free-to-play person. He's free to play. Season 3, free to play. He's only spent 99 cents for an epic selector box. He doesn't even do the battle pass. He's got 200 purple dice. Can you hear me, James? Are you back? He uses Utier. Yeah, James, are you back, my man? Yeah, okay, cool. So he's got, what was it, 17? 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. He's got 13 artifacts leveled up. Epics take far less, but he says he's got 8,000 still saved. I've only got 3,843. He's got 8,000 still saved. But an epic fully leveled is 10,000. A legendary fully leveled is 16,000. I still feel like he's doing pretty good. But you got to be really careful, though. It's free to play. If you messed up and leveled up something that's not viable and you were like, well, can I get that back? You can't get it back. I feel like you should be able to pay a certain amount of gems to reset one of these if you want to. Right? What if it was 200 diamonds to reset an artifact? I don't think that would hurt the game at all. And it's somebody using some very like good resources to be able to reset it. It's not like somebody's going to be resetting it every day and trying to abuse it for 200 gems. It would just be good for, I don't know, even myself. Like say I test out this legendary artifact and this legendary artifact on Amon is the same as something else that I test. I should be able to reset that. Yeah, you only get 70% back though on legendary dice, on gold dice. So then for me, I've got $20. That's still wild, and you have 8,000. It's wild to me because of the amount I started with the season. So if we go look over here and we look at our
fire.
Where is it? Where's that one little... No, not review. No, not that. Rules? Yeah, the rules. Okay. For next season. So when I started the season, I had 74,000 maybe. And then I opened up, like day one, we opened, you know, the first week when that banner was open, we opened up 300 dice. And then I've been opening up hundreds and hundreds of dice after that still. And now I'm going to start the next season with 91,000. So far, I have a lot of dice to open for other events still. And we're not even, we're getting to the halfway point of the season. You've opened up 95 plus 20 gold dice. Yeah, and I've opened up, who knows, 500. 500 for the season. Okay, I still find it astonishing that you have so many leveled up. I'm glad. I'm glad free-to-play has a decent amount leveled up. I was really worried that it would be much harder than what you have here. Yeah, I was worried it would be way harder, but still, like the incense burner can be so powerful to take a 20-second skill down to 18-second skill. If you wanted to, like if you needed that for something and you realized you needed it, it would be hard to level things up. But you have 8,000 saved, so if you have a few more thousand, you can max out an epic. With 10,000, you can max out an epic. So yeah, still good, man. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear that free-to-play isn't sitting there needing artifacts, you know? Yeah, it seems like it, I guess. Somehow, I'm just astonished. I'm really astonished that they're able to level up so many. I didn't think that was going to be the case. I thought we were going to look at his and there was going to be like one legendary leveled up, maybe like 5 epics, and that's it, you know? Where it's not even worth playing. You're sitting there just dreading having to do anything. Right, it does. And I don't know what season you're on. Are you on season 3 with no legendary artifact, no dupe? And James got extremely lucky. I mean, James's account is not a normal free-to-play account by any means. The amount of awesome heroes that he pulled in the beginning since season 1, it's nuts. Yeah, what season are you on? Java? Season 2 right now? So you're pretty deep into season 2. Like really deep. Do you have any legendaries? Besides Erich? Did you get lucky enough to get some cool legendaries? I mean, you have to, right? 35 dice, you have to eventually get something. All the special deals at the beginning of season 3? I didn't have any legendary artifacts until you bought all the deals? Really? You're not even free to play, Midnight. So for season 1 and season 2, you didn't have Witch's Remains. I mean, I'm all about giving Witch's Remains to the arena shop. That gives people a reason to do arena, and the points for arena need to carry over. So each season, somebody can do arena, save up those points, and finally get Witch's Remains by the end of season 2. If they do decently well in arena. And if not, then they'll get it in season 3, right? Because Witch's Remains is kind of a staple. It's a mainstay of the game. It's what everybody, it's what you need to be effective, especially when they keep increasing the power of all these stupid bosses. Oh, we've got our new weekly events. Equipment forged 10 times. Okay. Went for it? Yeah. I mean, there's nothing wrong with that. If you've got the money, you got the money. And you want to do it. You enjoy playing the game. You've played it for 6 months already. And you want to support it? Sure. That's awesome. I mean, at least you got something from it. At least you didn't get all those deals and you got nothing. That's good. I don't think we did 10. Let's make sure. Okay, maybe that's 10. Commissions, battle 10 arenas, complete 5 3v3. I don't remember ever seeing 3v3 as a weekly quest for us. It's pretty wild. Oh, here we go. 4,000. All right.
The biting wind at the border makes me who I am today.
Okay, we did our... Oh, we were working on the pillar before we got sidetracked with doing the vortex boss, weren't we? We cleared out pretty much everything, but right now we have the final bit of the pillar to do, and we should get some more from here. Solvent and essence, and then I'm sure we've got some kind of solvent and essence over there in Fae to get. But again, free to play would have a really hard time coming up here and busting up maybe all of these levels. Like my team's dying right now. Only got Toll War for the Horn so far. Hey man, at least it's from the Horn. That's pretty good to get a legendary from the Horn. I'm surprised. I've done 4 seasons almost, and I never got a legendary from a Horn. But I better get a damn legendary from my purple dice. I will be so pissed off if I summon 800 purple dice and I don't get a legendary. I'll be actually pretty mad. Okay, Varesh. Let's get serious with this guy. Give me some attack. Accuracy. We don't have a stun set anymore. You know how nice the stun set was? Man, I loved the stun set. On a guy like this right here going through these dungeons, the pillar, and then going through Fae, the stun set made everything so much easier. Crit rate. Is that right? Let's go with attack.
The world.
Wine, crowds, and apples. I detest them all.
I detest them all. Do you now? Maybe this one? Crit rate. Can we go with critical damage? We'll get critical damage here, I hope. Nope. Do we need accuracy? We do, because accuracy will turn over into attack. So an accuracy with crit rate, that's nice. And then here, I feel like, yeah, critical damage, crit rate, right? No, she's got crit rate. Critical damage, crit rate. 57%. We get additional attack for critical damage on these. We get additional attack for accuracy. Okay. At least she'll hit harder. She should. Our tank. I don't know why our tank is kind of dying so fast. I feel like he's not much of a tank. Let's get him this gear. Defense with accuracy and crit rate. Plus, he should provoke everyone. Let's get accuracy here. If we taunt all these guys, it shouldn't be too bad. He's got the scarab. I guess let's keep him with the scarab.
A life worse than death is my forte.
Okay, what do we have? We could go enlightenment, right? I don't think I had a good enlightenment set put out. Skill haste, skill haste, skill haste. Let me see what I have. Enlightenment. With skill haste. One hit into enlightenment there. We've got one hit there. 2 hits in enlightenment. Defense with enlightenment. Are any of these skill haste? There's enlightenment additional, but I'll take skill haste over, yeah, this one. Okay. And one more accuracy.
You're not ready.
So that was 4 of them. So now all we got to worry about is Drist.
The definition of bravery is recognizing and confronting fear.
Rhapsody set. He's well over crit.
The definition of bravery.
Okay, and then we removed, what did we remove? Something from Varesh, I think?
Death. It is the beginning of life.
All right, let's see if we can survive. I feel like we were dying too easy to these guys. Let's see if I can make a real tank, like really have them tank now. Like this battle was actually a really hard one. And then the next one we would die on, wave 2 we would die on.
Come on, whatever. Let's have some fun.
They're so tanky with Fallujah here. Okay, do we get provokes? We did. We got provoke on everybody. Okay, much easier now. Much easier with gear. To 100. Or my guys at their lower level. Yeah, 95 seems to be okay, I guess. I hope. I do have a lot of experience, but I kind of want to save it for other heroes that I might need to level up for different chief challenges. And we're going to have to use some of our stamina to go get rank up material for those chief challenges. Lothair, nice. Do you build him with lots of enlightenment and attack? I've never played Lothair before, Silent, but when I tested, well, I've never actually like played it on my account, but we did test him on the test server before, and I think he was doing the most damage with crit rate critical damage. It didn't seem like his skill was working the way it reads. If there are a whole bunch of poisons up, he was just doing insane damage and was proccing his ultimate. Now, this is a while ago. It was proccing his ultimate just like it would proc. No, his little special ability whenever there's poisons up was proccing just like his ultimate would hit. I thought it was always bugged. I kind of thought he was always bugged. But he will crit and do massive critical damage if there are a lot of poisons up. But I don't know. Maybe somebody else out here. Anybody else using Lothair all the time? I've gotten Tolwar from the Horn Season 1. Felicity from the Horn Season 2. blue background. Tolwar just doesn't work right. I don't know what's up with him. He just doesn't work properly. And it's just not good. Yeah, Tolwar is not a cool legendary, and he should be more like he definitely should be an epic. Like if he was an epic, nobody'd have problems with Tolwar, and not a lot of people would really invest in him. But at least if you got him as an epic, you could use epic scrolls, you could level him up and play him and just be like, I shouldn't have done that, but not so bad. Legendary, if somebody gets Tolwar as your very first legendary and you spend all those resources, you level them up, they're going to be pretty disappointed. Rightfully so, right? I know statistics are 1 in 500. I know, but I'm saying if I open up like 800 and I don't get one, I'm going to be pretty mad. Oh, what's going on, Doctor? The street doctor in the house? I don't know which codes of those are still viable. Those are a lot of codes. I know there's at least 2 that I think are still legitimate. Let me see the 2 that I know that should still work. Try all those codes, but I just don't know which ones are still going to be active. Here's 2 that I post. Dragonheir Season S3. Dragonheir S3 should work, and Dragon 0322 should still work. And I'm sure there's a few other ones in there that should work too. But I'm almost positive those 2 should be running for a long time. Are we gonna beat this guy? This is so hard for my team. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're back up to full life.
Come on, Guinevere. Let's have some fun.
It looked like we were in trouble for a minute there, but I guess we're okay. Decrease attacks up.
Sink into hell.
I think this is going to be pretty challenging for free to play on this stage, right? On this pillar. Was this the hardest pillar last season, or was it the lightning one? I think the lightning one kind of gave us trouble at 59. I think a lot of people had a lot of trouble with this one at 59 too.
Come on, Guinevere. Let's have some fun. Icebound world.
But other good news, guys, my wife has a half day today, so she'll be home in an hour and a half. That's awesome. And a half day tomorrow, Saturday, and then she's off Sunday. And then next week is Golden Week, so she's off like 5 days. And my son and I are supposed to go watch, because it just came out, I think it just came out today. My son and I are supposed to go watch King Kong Godzilla. Anybody watch that yet? I heard King Kong picks up a little monkey and swings it on other monkeys, and then there's a whole bunch of, you know, whole bunch of kaiju fighting, right? I don't care about anything else. I don't care about the people, what their theories are about the Hollow Earth or any kind of that crap. I just want to see some big monster fights, you know? I want to see a new Pacific Rim, honestly. I don't know why they don't come out with more Pacific Rim movies.
Let's have some fun.
I want to see some big fights. But that came out in Japan today. I know it's been out in the States for a while. But we'll probably catch it sometime this weekend, I hope. If not next week when everybody's off. I can't get my daughter to go see movies. My son will do it, but my daughter just no interest. She won't even, my daughter won't even watch TV shows or movies at home. It's always just TikTok and YouTube. That's all they watch, TikTok and YouTube. And in the States, the US is trying to, they're trying to ban TikTok, right? They're trying to tell ByteDance to sell TikTok, or they're voting on it, I guess, in Congress, to give them like 9 months to sell the company off. Or try to ban it in the US. Trailer for Transformer 1? Transformer 1 is a cartoon, correct?
Come on, Guinevere. Let's have some fun.
Is it the cartoon? A new cartoon they're doing? Where they're on Cybertron? Like how it all started, right? I'll have to wait to see that because I've got mixed feelings about it. Yeah, I got mixed feelings about seeing that. Kind of looks like it's trying to be kind of kiddie and corny. And,
Let's have some fun.
I don't know.
Icebound world.
I don't trust a lot of things nowadays. I feel like they're all just doing woke stuff, so I have to wait to see it. I have to wait to see it. I don't feel like it's going to be as serious as I want a Transformer movie to be. Look, I want a Transformer movie to be serious, not a Transformer movie where I got jazz in there and all these other things. Like, you know, Transformers are supposed to be warriors. They're supposed to be soldiers. Transformers are not going around talking like they have new lingo. They're not talking hip. They're not acting stupid. They're actually supposed to be soldiers in a war. I don't know why Transformers have to be like this. I don't know. It's so dumb to me. Interact with kids all the time or be so ridiculously dumb. Like the last Transformers to me was terrible. The Beast Wars one was well, I mean, most of the Transformers have been pretty terrible for me over the years, but this last one was far worse than, I don't know, the story was stupid, Transformers were stupid, the whole thing was just dumb. Chinese spyware or some shit in the TikTok? Yeah, they're worried about security breaches and how they're using that information. Yeah, absolutely. Transformers the musical. I don't know why they can't just be. There was that one Transformer where, you remember that one Transformer where there was that the guy could turn himself into a like a sniper rifle, and he was sent to bring Prime back. I think that was like the last night or something like that. But then they had the Dinobots in there, which the Dinobots were pretty cool. That one had kind of a serious tone, but again, I don't know, the way that they always want to do Hollywood stuff. And I don't really like Michael Bay. Like, Michael Bay does not have a good storytelling. He's just blowing shit up all the time, right? And in all the Michael Bay films, it's very heavy on the humans and the human interactions with the Transformers. I just prefer to see the Transformers do their thing, you know? But that was pretty cool because that guy was sent there as like a mercenary to get the other Transformers, and he was killing Transformers. I'd rather be kind of a more serious tone like that. And then Prime said he was going back to go after whoever sent them, like his creators. But then they never expanded upon that. Like he flew off of Earth and went into space to go after his creators or whoever sent that guy to take them all back. And it had a little bit more serious tone. But this last one with the animals, to me, it seemed very woke. The cast was fine, but the way that the direction they took, and then the G.I. Joe thing at the end, it was just all just very stupid. So dumb. It's just disappointing is what it comes down to. Just being disappointed over and over. Just like Marvel movies, Marvel TV shows, just being disappointed over and over. Secret Wars, Echoes, the Marvels, which I didn't watch Echo. I didn't watch the Marvels. Thor Love and Thunder disappointment, like all this disappointment. I know Captain America 4 is going to suck. I don't care about Anthony Mackie as Captain America. I just have no interest in watching that. I probably won't even watch it, to be honest. What else do we need to do? I rewatched Altered Carbon, which is on Netflix. Season 1's amazing. Season 2 has Anthony Mackie in it. It's still great. I don't mind Anthony Mackie, the actor. That's his name, right? The actor himself is fine. He's great in Sweet Tooth. He's good in Altered Carbon. He's been good in like a solo movie. I saw him before with this dystopian air thing was going on with the planet. But him playing Captain America just does not fly. It just doesn't, not only does it not make sense, it just really put me off on seeing him play Captain America from the TV show with Winter Soldier. And the way that they did all that woke stuff there. Just makes me have no interest. And if you're going to throw a shield around like that, you got to be a super soldier to throw a shield around like that. You cannot be Captain America without being some kind of an enhanced human or alien with strength or something. You just cannot throw a shield like that as a human being. I need to spend my stamina. All right, where are we going to spend it at? Let's do some runs over here. And Venom. I don't think I'm going to get anything good in Venom, but we'll try it. Like, if they would have given the Falcon super soldier serum, somehow he got it. And then he didn't have the look of Falcon, like this kind of look of, I don't know. Just the whole thing is wrong, man. Just like none of it makes sense or looks right to me. None of it.
This is my domain. Take heart.
Starts with a message. Yeah. I can't take all the, nobody wants that. I don't understand. Like, I want a superhero movie or a Transformer movie just to be based upon the movie. I don't need any messaging. I don't need any virtue signaling. I don't need any love story or love making or any of that stuff. I don't need people kissing, even if it's a dude and a girl. Why do I need a Matrix, like the Matrix? You remember the Matrix when they had that sex scene down in the cave in Neo and what's her name? The main girl in the Matrix, Trinity. So Neo and Trinity are having sex for like 5 minutes and everybody's in the cave like halfway naked, dancing all crazy. None of that adds anything to the movie. Like nothing to the movie. Yeah, it adds nothing of significance to the movie when we're talking about a movie about going into a Matrix and battling these crazy AI stuff. It's just, I don't know how Marvel has not learned a lesson on any of this. It blows my mind how Marvel hasn't learned a lesson on virtue signaling, being woke about stuff, and just keeping it to give me a good superhero movie against a good developed bad guy. And then there's this stuff going on, right? There's hardships, there's things they need to overcome. Maybe they need to work together and they finally learn to work together, or they need to go after the MacGuffin to get something strong so they can fight this bad guy. That's all it needs to be, right? Just superhero. Fight scenes and cool stuff going on with a good story. Instead, from what I heard, you got Echo beating Kingpin with the power of love and ancestry and making Kingpin have feelings. Did anybody watch Echo? I got a buddy who watched it in Florida, and he'll watch anything, right? He will watch anything, and he will say that anything is decent because it gave him a chance to watch something, right? This is the type of guy he is. And I was like, look, man, I'm not gonna watch it. I'm not gonna give my view to them. I'm not gonna support it. Yeah, it's crazy. Well, that's why you got to decide not to watch it. You got to decide not to give your view. And I told him, like, he's like, I don't even go to the movies and watch a lot of these anymore. I just watch them at home. That's just because he's lazy. He's using that as an excuse. But he was telling me about Echo as he watched it. And then I watched clips online, you know, all the clips online making fun of it. And the way that she did Kingpin at the end. And then, I don't know. It just was terrible. Like, everybody told me it was terrible. Even he said it was terrible. And usually he agrees with anything that's Marvel made. So, yeah. And did we need Echo? I mean, was there a reason that we had Echo made? Right? Just like, do we need something like Braveheart? We saw Braveheart forced into Black Panther, which Black Panther 2 was terrible anyways, because Shuri was forced into the Black Panther role, which she didn't ever need to be in. And that guy, that underwater dude, like in nothing for me in Black Panther 2 made sense or was interesting. Those underwater people, like, it was just completely boring. The whole story for the underwater people were boring. Also, I didn't watch Madam Web. Like, I've just given up. I've given up in supporting it. And I'll just wait to see like the reviews and see the good reviews versus the bad reviews, and then watch a whole bunch of stuff on YouTube about it. And if it's middle ground, I will still give it a chance and at least watch it, even if I watch it for free on some like F-box site. But I've really just said no. I'm not going to support it, any of it anymore. If it's not going to be, if it's going to be virtue signaling and woke and stuff like that, I'm not going to do it. So no Echo, no Madam Web, of course, and it's good because they're shit shows anyways. No Gotham Knights from back in the day. I don't know if you remember when Gotham Knights came out. It had the dude from Castiel from Supernatural. He was in it, and it had a whole bunch of CW, you know, like one of their last CW show, superhero shows. And then Castiel's in there saying, don't use their dead name. I think I watched a half of the first episode for that. And my buddy will watch anything, so he watched the rest of the season. Or did you guys ever watch that new werewolf movie that came out a while ago with Buffy the Vampire Slayer? Jesus, the amount of... I can only do like two episodes of that. And Deadpool 3? I hope so, man. I hope Deadpool 3 is just a honest to good superhero movie. And we see a lot of cameos from people just making a good superhero movie. It doesn't need to be any more than that. You never heard about it? Yeah, it was a werewolf movie. That I don't know if it was on CW. I think it was something like that. It came out maybe 4 or 5 years ago. And it was supposed to play off of Teen Wolf. That's what it was called. It's Teen Wolf. It was supposed to be some kind of play off of the original Teen Wolf. And it had Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. Kind of toward the end, she was some kind of detective. But man, the amount of woke in that was off the chains, man. Oh, I couldn't do it. You hope Wolverine is Wolverining? I think he will be. I think Wolverine's gonna probably die. I think Wolverine is probably gonna die, at least the version of Wolverines that we know, maybe. And we're gonna get to see a lot of different versions of Wolverine. Plus, they have a lot of cameos from a whole bunch of other heroes. And we're supposed to get Taylor Swift as Dazzler, maybe in it, as a cameo. I'm ready to see a whole bunch of cameos. Which one? Oh, Deadpool, I already watched the trailer. Yeah. Oh, you're talking about something you just posted. Yeah, I already watched the day it came out on Ryan Reynolds. Is this just the trailer?
I told you.
Yeah, this is just a trailer. Yeah, the first like hour that it came out on Ryan Reynolds' YouTube, I watched it. yeah, I'm hoping it's going to be good. I mean, I'm going to go to the theater to see this. This isn't something like Echo or the Marvels or Madam Web. I'm going to the theaters to watch Deadpool Wolverine. Yeah, for sure. Just like I'm going to go to the theaters to watch Godzilla and King Kong with my son, because I know it's at least going to be enjoyable. It's just going to be like a stupid monster movie and be fun. It's not going to be like Monarch. Did you guys watch Monarch? Speaking of Godzilla TV shows, Monarch actually had some really cool parts to it. But then they were just doing all this stuff with, I don't know, they were just making such an emphasis on these young groups of people and stuff that kind of was taken away from everything. Yeah, I'll never watch Madam Web either. Madam Web, the Marvels, Echo, that kind of stuff, I'll just never watch it. I just don't want to support it anymore. Not even with my View, you know? Not even with my free... You know I can watch all those shows for free. Full HD, I can watch them for free. There's so many websites that you can watch all that stuff. And sometimes I have to do that because I'm over here in Japan and I can't pay to see something necessarily. Like I can't pay to have some subscriptions of some streaming services that you do because it's region locked, right? So sometimes if I do want to support it, I can either go pay for it, or if I don't want to support it and I know it's total trash, I can still watch it for free like I did Secret Invasion. Because I heard about how bad Secret Invasion was. I saw some clips about some of the dialogue and everything. But still, I was interested. Secret Invasion. I was like, okay, let me check this out. So I watched it and I was very disappointed. Again. Critical Drinker review them, right? Always. To the foreground, right? And push, yeah, right. They shove it down. They shove it down your throat. It's the only thing. It's like the only thing that matters. When you make it the main thing that matters, and that's it. Or even, you know what? I don't even want to watch Acolyte, the Acolyte that's coming out. Look, I wasn't a big fan at all of Ahsoka. Ahsoka to me just did not seem like Star Wars. And it wasn't terrible. I'll be honest. Ahsoka wasn't like I was watching it going, oh my God, this is crap. It just wasn't Star Wars to me. It just wasn't that interesting. Like when I first started watching season 1 of Mandalorian, I was like, oh man, this is cool. We get to learn about the Mandalorian society and all this stuff. It was pretty interesting. But me watching Ahsoka, I just had this feeling like that this just wasn't awesome. And again, Ahsoka didn't seem overly woke or anything like that. Sure, it's girl power in Star Wars, but it wasn't like... Ahsoka was nowhere near as bad as what was the one? Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan was terrible. Obi-Wan was being run around by a little girl the whole entire time. Obi-Wan was a feeble old dude that didn't know how to do anything anymore. He was basically just a dumbass. And then you had Reva in there, which she was one of the children from Order 66 that didn't die. And then she wanted to kill Darth Vader. And she was supposed to be maybe not a bad guy, but she's going around killing people the whole entire... It just was dumb. Like, that was dumb. Completely dumb. Like, I regret watching anything to do with Obi-Wan TV series. But at least Ahsoka was halfway decent. And I really liked the old dude that died in real life in Ahsoka. Really, really liked him. Balin, that dude was awesome. And I'm so sad he can't come back for a new season. Because I would like to just watch a show on him and what his little side story was going to be. So girl power or not, Ahsoka at least was, you know, somewhat watchable, but I didn't care about it. I didn't enjoy it. I wasn't like, oh my God, look at these member berries with Anakin or anything else. Plus, I didn't watch any of the Rebels or any of the cartoon stuff. None of it. And I refuse to go back and watch it because I'm just not interested in Ahsoka. But now we've got the Acolyte. And the way that, and one of the main reasons why I don't want to watch anything to do with the Acolyte is the way that they introduced the Acolyte in the beginning, right? It was all about empowerment. It was nothing about, oh, the Acolyte's going to have an awesome story. It's going to have an awesome premise and all this stuff. All it was in the beginning is they showed you with women of color, women of like non-binary, they were saying, and all this other kind of stuff was their whole, and this isn't even recent. This is from like a year ago, when we had this like big Star Wars convention. And that's all they were saying about it. Nowadays, whenever I see anybody not talk about their movie or their TV show and all they say is it's empowering, first this, first that, or more of this, more of that, I immediately know I don't want to watch it. I just know it's not going to be a good show. Yeah, I mean, girl power is fine as long as it's done properly, right? But which is very rare in today's, like, if you watch the Rings of Power, I regret watching Rings of Power. I think they did Lord of the Rings so bad with Rings of Power, and it has nothing to do with, it has to do with a woman. It has to do with the main woman, Galadriel. As far as anything else in Rings of Power, I had no problem with. Race swap is not a thing. Like, to me, I don't care about race swapping. Even gender swapping isn't that big of a deal to me if it's good, if the show is good. If your focus isn't, hey, we race swap this person or gender swap somebody, that's not the focus. You did that, that's fine. It's just a person playing a role. I can deal with a person playing a role. But then when you got to do something like they did with Doctor Who, man, they did Doctor Who so wrong. They did Doctor Who, and I didn't even watch any of Doctor Who, but they did Doctor Who, and I watched the outtakes of it to where, you know, he's got these two female Star-Lords, or previously, and one's a transgender one, telling him that he wouldn't understand because he's a male. Like, the whole time, they're like, oh, you don't understand because you're a male. That's actually in the show. And that's a big emphasis of the show. They just keep taking these legacy heroes that are popular, and they're like, ah, you don't know what you're doing. You're a dumbass male. Like, what? And now they've got a gay doctor as a Doctor Who, which, again, if it wasn't, you know, when you advertise, hey, we got a gay doctor as the new Doctor Who, when you advertise it as that, you know it's not going to be anything but virtue signaling and all this woke stuff. We got a gay doctor that's Doctor Who. That's cool. Why do you even need to say that? Why can't you just have a good Doctor Who show and then let people find out the guy's gay? That would be fine, right? You'll see the true Ahsoka. I don't want to go watch the cartoons. I've seen the cartoons. I've seen pieces of the cartoons. They're just not interesting to me. And honestly, I don't like Dave Filoni. I don't like any of Dave Filoni's idea and his girl power. Dave Filoni is as girl power as Kathleen Kennedy is. Like, they don't care about making a good show. They just want to do girl power stuff. I'm just not buying it anymore. Yeah, Rings of Power was pure trash. It really was. But I did enjoy the other people in Rings of Power, but I couldn't stand Galadriel and the way she was being. But the rest of it seemed, you know, okay-ish. But Galadriel in there just being a straight-up asshole. Like, that's all she was. She was a straight-up asshole to everybody. There's a hilarious YouTube video on Rings of Power that you'll love. The guy's just making fun of everything in there. Like, when she jumps off the boat and she's swimming in the middle of the sea, like there's nothing around. Yeah, that's all she did, man. All she did was whine, bitch, moan, make people look stupid, command that this gets done or that gets done, force her people to do things that they were already like tired and weak with, and her elves are getting beat down like in the very beginning. It just... I don't know what I don't know who writes all this stuff and expects people to enjoy it. I just don't get it. Which was the guy that Slade Sauron? I don't even remember, man. I watched the Rings of Power and I was just like, you watch it and you forget about it. But don't say anything about him having it. Oh, did he hook up with the dude? I don't know. He doesn't need, like I said, love and sex and all that stuff 90% of the times doesn't need to be in any show. Even if it's heterosexual, it doesn't, like, it adds nothing to a movie or a TV show unless that movie or TV show is highly based upon people having a romantic relationship, which Doctor Who is not. Neither is Star Wars or Marvel heroes or any of that stuff. They pre-announced everything now. Oh, that's what the new Doctor is going to be doing? Oh, wow. Well, if enough Doctor Who fans weren't turned off, I'm sure they're going to be now. Your legendary artifact already have the horn, the staff, witch's remains, torn between the organ, horn, wing, or Amon. I don't know about this horn wing for Amon. I don't know how much damage this is actually giving her compared to other artifacts. If you have a whole bunch of melee on your team, this artifact will do more damage than the wing. Even if you have 2 additional melee on your team, this artifact will do more damage than the wings for her. I know that for sure because I tested it on the test server. And I think there are a few other artifacts. Obviously, she doesn't need this crit rate. Maybe the hook. The hook gives you critical damage in attack. I don't know. The problem with this is that this only gives her additional damage when she uses Aura. But she doesn't use Aura all the time. She has to build up to get enough to get into Blaze State and then uses Aura. And then she drops out of Blaze States, build backs up. So, you know, this isn't always working 100% of the time where another artifact would work always. So that's my only regret kind of with this. I feel like there are other options. Oh, you sent a clip for Gladriel? Oh, this is from, yeah, this is her coming out in Lord of the Rings. I need to go back and rewatch this series. She just blasted him. I need to go back and rewatch the series. Retcon Star Wars Episode 7, 8, 9 and redo it with the original Thrawn. Yeah, see, and since I didn't watch any of the Star Wars Rebels or any of that kind of stuff, I don't know anything about Thrawn, and I didn't read the book, so I don't know anything about Thrawn or anything really in depth about Ahsoka. And I don't want to watch, even after watching Ahsoka, it did not make me want to go back and watch any of the series from that. It really didn't. So I'm not gonna go back and watch those. The Bad Batch, Rebels, all that kind of stuff. I'm not into the Star Wars cartoon kind of things. Even though I know a lot of people say that they're like adult based and they're amazing and all this stuff. I'm just not gonna do it. Yeah, the other ones can be used for any team, right? So if you were to pick a legendary artifact, it might be good for you to pick something that you can use for other heroes and not just for Aura heroes, like I did. And the other ones, like I said, there should be some that do almost as well, if not better, depending on the situation, like depending on having melee heroes. The pipe organ, a lot of people use the pipe organ. I need to pick up the pipe organ myself. I just haven't picked it up yet because I don't have enough to level it up. Or even like the hook. The pipe organ or the hook would be kind of cool to play with. I think the pipe organ would be the best for me to get next because it would help out the whole entire team. Right, where the hook's just going to help out one person, attack, crit damage, and then give them a lot of damage if they're not at full HP. That is cool, but the pipe organ is going to help out everybody on the team that's ranged. 10% of the wearer's attack. I could see myself using that quite a bit for speed runs in dungeons, probably use it in arena. This one would be cool on a tank in arena, I guess. Man, I love to have the vest if I had Fallujah. Have you guys used the vest on anybody else? Now, we always use the tiara or something like that on Adolphus, but what if you use this on Adolphus? When the wearer ally reduces damage done. But its shield's only granted by the wearer. Like if I had Adolphus with this on versus Adolphus with the tiara, wouldn't this be better? Wouldn't 17.5% reduction in damage with shields from Adolphus be better than him getting more enlightenment to cast better shields? And shields increased by 15%. Vinyara. I'm just wondering how strong. This seems like it would be pretty strong. I mean, I know it's crazy strong on Fallujah, but because she's already doing damage reduction, she's doing shields and doing even more. Like this is definitely for her. You're thinking the horn? Which one was the horn? Did I get the horn? Oh, the horn. Yeah, I've got the horn myself. Right. The horn is really good for people who heal. Like if I put it on Ancilia, if I put it on Mithracy, Furbath, any of those people that do multiple healing like that, yeah. 15% additional damage for the team. I've got it on my Vortex team. It's good. And it stays up. Like it pretty much on for Acilia, it stays up the whole entire time. Is this the team? No, that's not the team I'm using. That's the team I'm using right there. Where's my team? Which one is my Vortex team? Yeah. HP defense, the wearer heals the ally, increase the ally's damage by 5%. And it's got 100% uptime with her on the Vortex boss. I don't know about other people, but it seems like it stays up a long time. It's pretty strong. So I'm going to get I think I'm going to get the pipe organ for myself next, because I already have, you know, you saw me with the horn and all those other ones I have. Because right now, if I had the pipe organ on any of these guys to help out, I've got some pretty good range. Plus, it would make Snarl even stronger, which is insane. I'll take that all day. Right. Pig. I mean, that's a lot of shows nowadays. And commercials from what I hear in America. It's been like that for a while. Yeah. I don't know. I just, you got to kind of research what you watch now. And what's going to be in it. And what's in it for my kids, too. Like, I got to really research what's going to be in my shows for my kids. I have no problem with my kids seeing gay people at all. I have no problem with my kids seeing gay people. Do I have a problem with my kids seeing like gay people making out every 5 seconds in a show? I mean, kinda. Is it because I don't want them to be around gay people or be gay themselves? No, it's not because I don't. They can do whatever they want to do. I will love my kids no matter if they are gay or not. I could care less. I will love my kids as that. Do I think that young children need to be exposed to that? I don't think so. I don't think young children need to be, again, exposed to any kind of sexual stuff. Do I want them to see heavy sex scenes in shows that we watch right now? No, I don't think it's necessary. So I don't need them to watch one of those shows to where like every 5 seconds dudes are going hot and heavy, or I need them to watch, what's that one? The Last of Us? The Last of Us episodes where the guys got in bed and it was pretty graphic to what they were doing in bed. I definitely don't need my kids to watch something like that. But I don't need them to watch porn either. Like normal porn, I don't need them to be seeing that either at their age. You know? I don't think that's going to help their development at all. It's one thing for your kids to know it's okay to be who they want to be. It's another thing for you to throw all this stuff into the face of a very impressionable young person, you know? And for some of these parents out there that have taken an 8-year-old and put them on puberty blockers and have given them the sense that they can transcend and be something else, right? To an 8-year-old or a 10-year-old, to me, I think should be illegal. Kids want to be a lot of things when they're young. Kids go through a lot of emotions and a lot of feelings when they're young, right? Crazy amount of emotions and feeling because they don't know. They're learning the world. They always have all sorts of things that they, this week I want to be a fighter. Next week I want to be an astronaut. This week I want to be a shark. You know what I'm saying? Kids always have different things. For parents to be able to do that, though, to me is insane. That should be something that you could be put in jail for. If children want to do that when they become 18, right? If they want to do something like that when they get older, that is fine. But yeah, like when I hear about there's these trans children competing in sports at like 10 years old, that makes me just like think, what's going on? You don't let a kid go into a candy store and eat all the candy just because they want to. You don't let a kid permanently change their body at 10 years old just because they want to. You know? It's insane, some of that stuff. Just to be cool with their cult. Yeah, I think that's just pretty wild. again, I have no problem with what anybody wants to be. I've actually my upbringing has been fairly diverse, like really diverse. My sister's been a lesbian for 8 years back when I lived with her, and her girlfriend is African American. We had Thanksgiving all the time with them and their family and my family forever. Before she was a lesbian, my sister's girlfriend, she had a son. So Corey lived with us, and he's African American. Lived with us for many, many years before he went to college. And then we used to visit him and see him again from Atlanta when he was living there. So my family, as far as gay relationships, has been very diverse. Yeah. So again, I've got no problem with it. I just have a problem with how it's portrayed in everything and pushed to young children. Right. In a way that's very, to me, seems very unnatural, when they should learn about it slowly. And if they have those feelings, they should obviously be allowed to express that and not have fear of expressing it. But we're way past that point now. We're way past the point of, hey, do your kids feel comfortable expressing their emotions or not? Like, do you? And that's you as a parent, right? Do my kids feel comfortable expressing to me if they had gay tendencies or any kind of other feelings of wanting to be a man or a woman? That's up to me as a parent, right? Educating my children, having my children feeling comfortable to do that. Up to me. Not up to the school system, not up to media pushing all this kind of craziness in their face. That's up to me. And I think I've done a really good job with that. For my kids to be able to talk to me about anything and to be whatever they want to be, you know. We gotten a really off of Dragonheir Silent Gods, though. We've gotten really off of the conversation of Dragonheir Silent Gods. Finally broke 22 million on the ice boss. Was it hard for you? Wait. That's not the boss that takes additional damage from ice, right? Which one is the ice boss? Hey, Pig, appreciate that, man. Yeah, it's just got to be too much. I think it's calming down, though. I really do think it's calming down. I think sometimes I do believe that people just will not listen to rational reasons. Like when it comes to something with transgender women competing in female sports and the thing that they've done in Congress forever, like why do Congress people need to be talking to Riley Gaines and other people about whether a biological male should be competing in female sports? To me though, that kind of stuff is just like I live in Japan, right? I don't even live in America anymore. So I'm like, man, I'm glad I live in Japan. If you want biological men to compete with women, make a third bracket. And if there's not enough people to fill that third bracket, I'm sorry. Right? I'm sorry. You make a third bracket. Just like if you want a transgender woman, which is a man, to go into a female restroom with my children, with my daughter that's 9 years old, you make a third restroom. Okay? If it's that big of a deal, if it's become such a polarized thing, and you feel like a woman, that's fine. Got no issue with it. But you need a separate bathroom because you're not going in and hanging out with my 9-year-old daughter. I'm sorry. It's just where I draw the line. You're just not going to do that, right? I'm going to be standing at the door like I've heard other people do because bathroom laws are very different state to state right now. There are states where it is legal for, if you feel like you identify with a woman, you can go into a woman's bathroom in a public place, in a restaurant. You can walk right in. Not that there were any laws that told you couldn't before, but you just know not to do that. Who don't make the appropriate team? It's the bleachers. Yeah, but I mean, I feel like a lot of that stuff is really easy to just say, okay, look, within the next 10 years, we need to institute a third bathroom in all these places, and we need to have a third bracket for Olympics or sports or whatever we have. I think that's really easy to take care of. I don't know why women need to have all their, what is it? like a lot of these women, they get what's it called? What's it called when you get to go to colleges and you get not sponsorships, but you get what is it called? You know, when you play sports and you get a Jesus Christ, I can't even remember the word. You get to go to college for free and you get God damn it. What is it? You know, and then people are, you know, now people are taken away from them. Scholarship. Yeah, they're taking away their scholarships. So these females were getting scholarships before, but now because of these trans women are taking away their scholarships. They're taking away their ability to compete, their ability to want to compete, and they're taking away their scholarships, which is terrible, right? Just because you say you feel you're something else, that's fine. Be that. But to be able to compete, that's a whole different thing. This should have never, ever been. And that's why, like I said, long story short, that's why I think sometimes when I hear about some of this stuff, it's just like, it blows my mind. It's blowing my mind, man. And I need to find out what's going on in Australia, because I've been following that thing in Australia to where that the man wanted to be part of this woman's app, got kicked off of this woman's app, and then now it's going to the highest court in Australia to see if they're allowed to be on this app or not. And you know, there's apps for everything out there, right? There's apps for if you're Jewish. There's apps for if you're a dude. There's apps for whatever. This is an app that an Australian woman made that is supposed to make it a safe place for women to go to find people to rent their houses out to, or become a roommate with, or even to talk with. So now this is going to their highest court. And the craziest part about this is I don't think this app company is going to win their argument, because this trans man, you know, that became a woman, got his birth certificate changed to show that he's a biological woman. How in the world do you get a birth certificate changed legally to show that you're a biological woman? So now when they go to court against this app company, I don't think this app company has any grounds to stand on. Australia made it to where they're able to change your born-given biology on a piece of legal document. So now when they go into court, they're going to say, look, this legal document says that I'm a biological born woman. To me, that's nuts. Right then, yeah, that's crazy. Now, remember, if you just tuned in, remember, we're not disputing whether you be whatever you want to be. That's fine. Anything you want to be, you be. You want to be a unicorn, be a unicorn. Nobody's upset with that. It's when you push it onto other people and you're making other people have to believe your beliefs. To me, it's religion. To me, there is no difference in everything that's going on right now than religion. You've got people that believe in all different religions. But when you go and you force that religion on other people, that's where people draw the line, right? And religions could be real. They could be not real to some people. But when you go and you force religion onto other people and you go and you protest and say, hey, this religion is the right one. You're all shit. You're all dirty. You're ridiculous. To me, this whole thing is nothing different than religion, right? People are saying that this is what they are. You need to believe this is what they are. And I don't believe I need to believe that that's what you are. If you want to be that, that's fine. Completely fine. Got no problem with it. But don't try to force it on me, right? Something else in the States? Well, like how far do you take it? If I can now become a woman legally for my birth certificate, can I become a tiger? Can I get some augmentation to my body to where now I can legally change my birth certificate to say that I am now a tiger, and then if tigers get special rights somewhere in the world, I can take that birth certificate and go to court and say, look, you got to give me these same rights. You got to take care of me. You got to feed me filet mignon. You got to do all this stuff to me. This legally says that I am a tiger now. I don't know. Maybe one day. Give me belly rubs. Give me my belly rubs. They're going to be like, yeah, it does say that. So we're going to put you in the zoo right now. You're right. It does say this. We're going to put you in the zoo right now. And from now on, you got to stay in this zoo and let everybody see you. That's right. Why did this attack piece get off of him? Ah, I put it on somebody else for skill haste. Okay. I think I wanted him to have more skill haste, was it? I mean, you're a tiger, Stu. Get in that zoo, man. What if I'm an endangered species then? I might be able to apply for a lot of stuff if I'm an endangered species law then. You got to take care of me. Something could happen. I'm the last of my kind. That's not a bad deal. Maybe I got to look into that. I wouldn't mind becoming an endangered species. That would be kind of cool. Resistance. I'll go with defense. Bald eagle, baby. I am bald. I am bald. Could you imagine my new birth certificate? Bald eagle. Which one has... does any of these have Urgander? Euron's going to give us a debuff, but he doesn't just apply a debuff. He's going to smack us with a debuff here, right? Recharge speed penalty. I think we'll be all right. Let's see what happens. Stay in the zoo with the other tigers. Good luck. Right? I'm going to be like, wait a minute. Maybe I'm not a tiger. Wait, hold on now. That'd be funny. They got a pretty tanky team over there in red, but I think, yeah, I'm going to take them out. I believe my wife is off of work, guys. So you know what that means. I'm going to head out. Let me see. But good talk, fun talk. Again, I hope we didn't offend anybody with that talk. What? My wife's heading to the gym? That's right, work out. Yeah, I hope I didn't offend anybody with the talk. I think it was a good conversation. I wasn't really trying to offend anybody. I was just trying to tell you how I guess I felt and go on a rant about talking about stuff. When are they running red versus blue? We haven't gotten the results. Wait. Don't we still have... Wait, we did it early. The voting phase for that, or the final phase for that, isn't... Marvel caused it. I think that's what it was, right? We went into a tangent about Disney caused it. Disney, Marvel, Disney, Star Wars. Yeah. And then of course, Doctor Who caused it. Disney's ruining lives, man. Some firepower in the neighborhood. Yeah, Disney's ruining lives. What happened to that wholesome family fun company? What day is that done? I don't think we're at the day for that to be finished. I'm over at their website, their Discord, and I think this period runs until April the 28th. Yeah, we've got 3 days before we're gonna know what's gonna happen with that. We just did the video on it and tested out the teams early. That's why. All right, guys, I'm going to head out. Thanks so much for joining me. Appreciate it. Download Dragonheir, download Dragonheir Silent Gods with the link down below, or download it on Steam, your mobile device. We got Season 3 going on right now. We're going to have the mid-anniversary event happening. We've got Starlight Dice. The purple dice will have a legendary chance on April the 30th. I can't wait for that. Really, I can't wait to stream and open up my purple dice, which we've only got 4 days to go. So everybody, let's have a big summon party when we do that. Red blue because it keeps stalling out to a tie over and over. I don't know. It's going to be interesting to see what the results are, but I think we have to wait at least 3 days to see that because the voting period is until the 28th of April. So we've got a few days left. YouTube midnight. Everybody have a great, wonderful day. No matter what you identify as, have a great, wonderful day. And I will see you all tomorrow. Same time.